All right.
All right, welcome everybody to Team MYi's, or one of our first casts we've ever done, and I have a special guest with me here today. This is the extremely talented and hilarious paradigm-shifting podcaster Duncan Trussell.
Hello, everyone.
So down in the bottom left we have MYi's shinyA, and that's our team MYi, and down in the bottom right we have GoSu's Ostojiy. Now you play Zerg, right?
Yeah, I play Zerg. It's the only race to play, and anyone who doesn't play that is not a true Starcraft player. Can you pronounce his name again?
Well, it's actually Ostojiy, I think.
Ostojiy.
I think
okay,
it's Ostojiy, yeah.
Got it. Yes, I play Zerg. I'm a proud Zerg player. I'm a proud member of the Bronze League. I believe I'm at 54 in the new season.
Okay, well I mean you're above 46 other people, right?
Yeah, isn't it more like there's 400 million people above me?
Well, yeah, but the glasses,
including probably 70,000 8-year-olds with palsy.
Absolutely. And then like every Korean probably.
Every Korean automatically. I've heard that if you're Korean, you automatically go into the Gold League. You don't even have to compete.
Well, their Gold League or our their Gold League is like our Diamond League or our Master League over there. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know, they're really good.
So you've already watched this replay, right, Duncan?
Yes, I did. I kind of skimmed through it once I saw it. No, I'm not going to spoil it, but I skimmed this thing.
Okay, cool. Well, right now shinyA is opening with a pylon at his natural base. Now, have you ever seen this kind of thing before? Where
I've seen this bullshit. He's gonna pop up a forge and try to. This usually means in the Bronze League that somebody's gonna start putting photon cannons around your base and try to cheese you.
That happens at high levels even. Like there's some Master League and Grandmaster League players that still do that. I don't know if you've ever heard of a guy named Combat X, but he likes doing that. He just spreads that kind of terrible feeling all across the internet of putting.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure when he's not doing that, he's driving an ice cream truck and kidnapping babies and strangling them, because that's the type of personality that would do that cheesy move.
Yeah,
Someone should go in his backyard with a shovel and a body bag, because it's probably filled with dead kids. Fuck him. And can I curse in this?
Yeah, absolutely, as much as you want.
Fuck that guy. I challenge that guy to a fight.
All right, right here on this cast, Combat X versus Duncan Trussell.
No, not on the cast. In real life.
In real life. All right, so the first couple Zerglings coming in towards shinyA's base. He has that photon cannon, but it's actually not going to be up in time.
Yeah,
so
too late.
Zerglings are going to end up coming into the base. Yeah, they're going to come in. They're going to kill at least one probe.
Yeah, and look, there they go. Look at these probes. Look at. Anyone who plays Protoss should be embarrassed. First of all, look at the color of these things. Banana colored. You're playing a banana colored race. You should be ashamed of yourself. And look at those sweet babies ripping through. Well, not really.
Those probes are actually doing pretty well. shinyA he's had pretty good micro with the probes so far.
No, he's doing good.
He's only lost one or two so far. So.
Yeah, it sucks. But, those probes, I guess, are pretty tough. I mean, but look how cute they are. It's like Pikachu. If you play Protoss, you like Pikachu. You probably wear yellow backpacks to raves and wear candy necklaces and rub Vicks Vapor Rub all over your stomach while you dance to crap music. And there they go, one down.
And another one goes down. Circling's still being a little bit annoying there in the base.
Yeah, it's great, though. Oh, and look, here comes Michael Jackson. Look at that. What is that thing?
A zealot.
I know it's a zealot, but it looks like a member of Parliament, a funk band. They dress like Parliament. Oh, hey zealot, here's a clue. Laser guns. What? It's like he's carrying around a vegetable cutting knife.
That's true. You'd think that a super advanced race of alien creatures navigating the universe would have some better way of killing these Zerglings than chasing after it and attacking it with swords.
Yeah! Hey, get a Segway. Why don't you get a Segway and ride it around instead of galloping around your dumb banana-colored base, you freak. Look at those noble, brave Zerglings going down, sliced up by the banana butcher. Now, okay, go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say Ostojiy is or Ostojiy, or however you say his name, is taking a third base now. This is a standard response to the kind of build that we see out of shinyA. So, and he's putting up a Stargate right now. So,
Yep.
what that's gonna help do is if there's any kind of roach, like roach all in or roach pressure that comes from Ostojiy, he's gonna be able to deflect it with the void rays that are gonna come out of this Stargate. So.
Yeah, great. Look at it. Look at his dumb Stargate. Looks like a dance club. Looks like a club some club in Vegas, like the entrance to an awful club in Vegas that you'd never want to go to. So, 3 bases. Here we go. Look at these beautiful bases. I mean, just aesthetically, the Zergs are the most beautiful and disgusting race ever.
They have a certain organic beauty to them. I'll give them that.
Yeah, I mean, they're disgusting and awful, but, you know, so is video game addiction. So as long as you're going to be hooked on a video game and play it perpetually when you should be lifting weights or having sex, you might as well play the most disgusting tumorous species. I worked at a hospice, and I sat with a guy who was dying of cancer, and his face looked exactly like a Zerg base.
Wow. That's
I mean, minus
descriptive.
minus the creatures crawling all over it, but certainly the color was very similar. So I think that the people at Blizzard probably studied cancer tumors when they were making these species. I mean, look at that disgusting queen blasting that thing out of her ass.
It looks like it. Honestly, it's creep tumors, right?
Yes, exactly.
So shinyA, actually, it's really weird what he's doing right now. We see a fleet beacon up and a mothership coming out of his nexus, even though he actually only has, one gateway and one Stargate and one Zealot and one cannon, and that's it. Other than that, he's bringing a mothership right now. But
I love your analysis of this, because you know what happens if I was to scout this when I was playing and saw this?
What?
I'd be like, what the fuck is all that stuff? I just know that I'd just be like, well, I guess you're gonna lose again.
Well, Ostojiy, I think, is gonna have the same feeling in a second here, because this isn't really a build that people do. So that Overseer that just is swinging through the base right now to see what's going on, he sees now. Look at all these gateways. He sees, another 11 gateways going down all at once, and a mothership. This is weird. I don't know if he knows exactly what's going on right now at all. He's putting down another hatchery at his 4th base, and he's got his creep tumors spreading out in the middle, which is just something that Zerg always has to do. But it's going to be interesting to see what kind of response he decides to do here as the Overseer gets chased out of the base by the Void Ray.
Why do you think he didn't blast out one of those Overseer mutant probe things at that
I don't
moment?
know. That's a good idea. Yeah, he should have dropped a changeling there. Probably. You should start charging money for coaching, Duncan.
Your sarcasm cuts me like a knife. That's all I do. I fly in with a purple thing, drop one of the mutated things, look at the base, realize I have no idea what's happening, and then get beaten. I've done that for years. Years.
Well, you've been winning. Don't be so hard on yourself. You've been winning some games if you're rank 54.
Yeah. I mean, it's just random chance. I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure if I flip a quarter a certain number of times, 50-50 chance. We don't have to talk about that. Look at those Archons. Hate those things. I hate them. Everything about Protoss.
Yeah, like this army here with Zealots and Archons has started to be a big shift that a lot of players are trying to do. He has the Mothership too. So the Mothership, as crazy as it sounds, cloaks every single unit that's under it. So like, you can't see anything unless you have an Overseer in there.
It's basically
Killing
cheating.
the Mothership.
Basically cheating.
It's the whole Protoss race, though, right?
Yeah, it's like it's just cheating. It's basically Blizzard knew that people with neurological disorders would want to play this game but wouldn't be able to control the keyboard and the mouse, so they made a race that they could play that was kind of like, it's like crutches. It's invalids. I know when I'm playing the Protoss, I'm playing someone at a minimum security prison or a geriatric clinic. I know that right away. So they need the advantage of this kind of nonsense cloaking technology.
Well, he's still just sitting behind this this kind of wall that he has at the front of his base, kind of cowardly, sitting in his
Yes,
base.
yellow. That's why they're yellow. Because they're cowards. It's a race of cloaking cowards. They're like pervs. When they're not fighting, they're cloaking themselves in front of people's windows and watching them take dumps.
Almost like they heard you, what you were saying. They just broke the front though, and they're coming out towards Ostojiy right now. An army of Zealots in the front with 5 Archons, a Mothership, and a Void Ray. And I mean, there's a lot of Spine Crawlers, Roaches, and Hydras on the map, and there's a ton of Corruptors too. So I don't know if he's going to have any trouble killing down this Mothership, but
I mean, I would think that the Mothership would go down right away because everyone in it is drunk on sea breezes and pedophile porn. But who knows? Let's see what happens.
it's grabbing that Xel'Naga Watchtower so you can see what's going on here. The Corruptor's kind of jockeying for position, seeing if they can see anything to try to take down that Mothership.
That's a man's army there. Look at that. We've got Roaches. We've got those beautiful, beautiful Corruptors. And this is a beautiful army.
Well, we're going to see what's going to happen here as it starts to engage this Mothership. Mothership backing up. The Archon's taking a lot of shots at the Corruptors. And
look at that.
They do tons of damage.
Tons of damage. It took a big chunk out of it. Here we go.
Here's a big battle. Bunch getting sucked into a vortex.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is. That sucks. Whatever just happened sucks.
And all the rest of the Corruptors getting sucked into that other vortex.
Bam!
shinyA loading all of his units into the vortex.
I bet when those things explode, they smell like Febreze.
Takes down all the Roaches. Bunch of Hydralisks. Corruptors just popping out now. It doesn't really matter though. They're not going to be able to do too much now. The Mothership's already dead, and shinyA actually taking a 3rd base. So this isn't a totally all-in strategy now. If this attack doesn't win the game for him, he's gonna have something to fall back on with this Nexus right here. So. Yes,
I don't know what I mean. I know. I'm just agreeing with you. I don't know. I have no idea what you just said, but I love that he's moving up the Spine Crawlers. This is something I've contemplated doing, but I've never had the wherewithal to figure it out. In my own game. There we go! I love listening to them scream.
Listening to all the Protoss, the Zealots charging in with their...
This is what I'm talking about. This guy's got some kind of cheat code in the game, or a hack happening. This is a hacker.
This is a hacker?
Yeah, he's got a cheat code. How could that army tear through those Roaches like that?
Yeah, it's, well, for number 1, the Roaches actually don't have speed right now, so you notice they're a little bit slower than Roaches can be. Roach speed would help them to kite those units a bit better, where they kind of attack and then run away and attack and run away. But there's some reinforcements coming up here from the bottom, but honestly, that's a lot of Roaches, or a lot of Protoss units rather, and I don't know if those Roaches are going to have to take it.
Yeah, I've snorted Roach speed. This is not fair. It's basically what's happening here is not fair. You've got this glittery disco army blasting through deadly alien creatures. I think they should remove Protoss from the game completely and just have Terrans and Zerg, and let's be adults about this game.
Well, Zerg is actually doing really well against Protoss right now at the pro level.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
Well, they must have fixed something. Whenever this game came out, something was wrong. Probably, my guess is, the Zerg player's computer probably is malfunctioning because the Zerg player had just finished lifting weights and dripped some of his sweat into the motherboard, and it messed up the game a little bit.
Doing other manly things like that.
Yeah!
Yeah. Well, Ostojiy actually looks like he's in some trouble right now as shinyA is now pushing up into his base. And I don't know. I'm not sure if he can stop this army.
Well, that's that, huh?
Yeah, that's that. Ostojiy, Roach speed would have been good. Gratz has left the game. And with that, I'm sorry, Duncan. Your Zerg defeated.
Never do that. If we ever I'm sure you'll never want to talk to me again after this cast, but if we ever do this again, no more Protoss winning. Let's not do that. It's very similar to showing what would have happened if the Nazis had won. I don't want to see it. I don't want the Protoss. I don't like the species, right? Whatever you call them. It's not a, it's not an adults. It's not an adult species. Adults play Zerg, and that's it. Not Terran either. It's just Zerg. The game should just be Zerg. Really, if this was a good game, it would just be Zerg players not fighting each other but living together peacefully.
And just organic civilization.
Yes.
What we'll do then next time that we cast, because I definitely want to do this with you again, is we'll have that guy who we were talking about before, Combat X, the cannon rusher. We'll maybe do him against the Zerg and see what happens.
Yeah, that sounds great. Okay, that was really fun.
Thanks.
I've never done that before.